Hello there, and welcome to a game we're going to be breaking with the power of health. And this Ely boy here is the unsung hero of our story. You see, this is Vinthara, the main champion of the Grell faction, and the uncontested pinnacle of healing. But before we jump into it, we're going to be playing a game called Zerospace, a fresh release on Steam, and one I've been mentioning on our live streams over the last year or so. This is a full-blown real-time strategy game, complete with all the high-paced APM you'd expect from a title of its kind. So we're going to be taking this video a little slow to start. Slow and steady, like the Grell and their infinite desire to spread grass. And we're going to be doing just that, with the help of Vinthara here, who has a very specific power that we'll be exploiting for maximum breakage. This is the channel ability, which we can use to heal allied creatures at a rate that is completely and utterly insane for how easy it is to use. This is an ability which gets stronger as we infuse Vinthara with extra power, something that we'll be immediately doing at the start of the match. Look at that little egg, making our creature bigger. As we jump right into the action on the hardest difficulty here. Now it looks like we're going to immediately get attacked, and that's fine, because I have a teammate here who's here to help. Now, one of the primary ability this character has is this channel ability. What it does is it heals themselves at the cost of the HP of the target. Alternatively, it can heal the target for free, and we're going to be doing a lot of that. Now, to start out here, we're going to be going over to this location and clearing out all of this nonsense over here, because this is bad grass. This is red grass, and we're not into it. So while this is happening, we're going to be progressing up our tech tree here and getting a couple of these units. These are lashers. They are basic ranged unit, nothing exciting. Go ahead and expand our giant flower canopy to this spot, and then make my character bigger a second time. You can make a single unit bigger twice, and with that size increase comes a bonus in damage and ability power, including, but not limited to, the ability to heal things even more. So we're going to get a lot of bonus regeneration, bonus healing capabilities on this, and that is at least the start of how we're going to be breaking this game, because at some point we can just heal things faster than they can possibly be damaged, and it's kind of crazy, it's kind of insane. Now, for most classes, they don't actually, like most factions, don't actually have the ability to heal things. Like these poor soldiers over here, they can't be healed, and they're balanced around not being able to be healed. But I can heal them because we're playing cooperative here against the hardest possible AI in the game. So we're going to go ahead and enjoy just a little bit of that experience. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these units. Those are going to be very needed here. We've got a couple of these lashers. These are our basic ranged units. I'm going to embiggen them as we move over toward collecting the next set of purple crystals, purple minerals, pink minerals, It's mineral 2. Go ahead and move on this way.
We are moving in. Oh, we do this right, and we all go home.
Incoming attack wave.
Oh, there's an attack wave incoming. I'm going to fall back to base here to get this, because I don't want to lose my very important harvesters. They are very important. Looks like teammate is of the same opinion. Alright, so it looks like we have an attack wave coming over here to attack our harvesters. So we're going to get on top of them and prevent those from breaking anything important. I'm going to put my hero unit directly in front because I can just kind of absorb the HP of the enemies, and in doing so stay alive. I need to heal the teammates' marines here because they have been wounded greatly.
We have a lot of stored energy.
Alright, so let's go ahead and infuse these two. These two are very important. Those are probably the two most important units I will have, period. Because they're tanky, and their whole gimmick is being tanky and not going down, like, at all. They're just very, very difficult to destroy. And if they're difficult to destroy, well, it's gonna be a great time for me, because difficult to destroy means I don't have to heal them as much, or at least it doesn't take as much healing in order to make them unkillable. So they're just gonna kind of run out here. Look, they're getting attacked by giant artillery flowers, and nothing is happening to them. Just because they can't be damaged then. Not while this heal beam is attached to them. It's beautiful. Do it. They just kind of eat everything alive. Now, one thing we are going to struggle with is a bit of damage output, at least for now. But eventually we'll get so many units on the board that it won't matter, because we're just going to kind of out-damage everything by virtue of having an unkillable swarm of units. Which is, you know, nice. I like that idea. I'll go ahead and rebuild a few of those over here. Nope, you can't have my squishy rear units. Those you're not allowed to have. Now, one thing worth noting is that I can drop this healing pod anywhere, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. Anything nearby gets healed, which means not only do we have this super healing beam here, not only do these Mandragoras have a vampirism effect where they gain HP every time they deal damage, but we can also cast an area of effect healing just by dropping this, springing this out of the ground. There's grass there, we can turn it into healing pod, which is nice. Now, unfortunately, it appears that there are a few mind control units on the board that the enemy are using to, well, mind control my dudes. And I don't like that, so we're gonna have to keep that in mind. That's gonna make things complicated. You know, if I have unkillable units, then it become a little bit difficult to kill them off when they're, you know, unkillable. Dear. They're chopping off all of our stuffs, but looks like Teamin has built a wall of turrets here to handle that. I'm gonna build one of these Reavers, and you're going to see why. If you thought these Mandragoras were unkillable, oh, the Reavers are going to be even worse. Just because their whole gimmick is that they're incredibly tanky, which is, you know, nice.
We have a lot of stored energy for infusions.
Alpha team, on me.
Alright, looks like we have another attack wave coming here, just in time for me to arrive on this side. I think I'm actually going to let the teammate handle pushing forward while I get set up to defend this, because I need to make sure that these don't go down. So let's go ahead and do this, put it here, keep these units coming this way. Let's invigorate the rest of this stuff while we're at it. You are very important, and you cannot be allowed to run off here. You come over here. You come back later. There we go. Now the tanky ones are here. Uh-oh. Tanky ones have been mind controlled, and I need to stop that. There we go. No more mind control, please. As the units start running through our base. This is what happens when you have the hard computers, the hard AI that we're fighting against. They kind of just do things, unpleasant things, but nothing that we can't, from which we can't recover. But now I've got a big creature here, and I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of that.
The shields are down. The chrono conduit
Alright.
is still charging up.
Now the objective of this mission
Seize the
is
base quickly.
relatively simple. We have to get over here, and that's it. We have to get over there, and then what's going to happen is we're going to have to escort a creature from over there all the way back to our base. Now, that is relatively easily done. However, there's just a lot of nonsense out on the map. There's a lot of anger that's coming to clear us out, so we're going to have to be very careful with that. And in order to be extra careful, we're going to get some extra healers. Remember this super healing ability that we've been using and abusing to stop things from dying? Well, we can do it, but again. Because look at this. We can purchase these Weavers, which are healing caster units. They're quite good. There we go. Now everyone comes out here. Nope, no damage. Oh, it's been mind controlled. Well, we can stop that. We can just assassinate the mind controller using our ranged units, and now there's no more mind control happening. I'm gonna drop a healing pod in the middle of this fight. All of this grass. Heal you, pull you back to heal you. There you go. Heal this. This one's just unkillable to begin with because it's a giant armored reaver. These guys need to not be over here taking hits. There we go. Break it all down. Better. As we just kind of clear through this whole area. This is happening again. Let's go ahead and get some extra defenses here while they slowly chomp away at the base. I'll clean all of this up, collect some of these because this is extra minerals and resources that are very useful. Teammate has come over to clean this up. And let's add in a few more of these. We have our healers over here healing the base. Good. Excellent.
Releasing ordnance.
Let's go ahead and start pushing toward the secondary objective, you guys. We're going to clear this whole
Firing barrage.
Okay. I see an attack wave coming in here, so we're going to intercept this if we can. We'll get here in time. I believe we can. We're going to activate Frenzy to go just a little bit faster. And this should get us what we need to be over here. Oh, Lord have mercy. That is a lot of all at once. All of my units are mind controlled. Oh, that's not good. Well, I can't heal the units if they're mind controlled. But fortunately, if they're mind controlled, they also tend to not get blasted. So, you know, at least we get to keep them around. We just have to snipe out all those mind controllers, and I think, yeah, this turrets will handle the rest of this. Let's go ahead and get another one of these reavers and make it nice and big. There we go. Collect all of this goodness. All those juicy, juicy resources. And begin our healers. Even more. There we go. And let's keep pushing on. I'm going to go in through the front, while a teammate looks like he's coming in from this side, taking out this little extra loot bot over here. Send you in, send everyone else up here. There we go. Send in a healing pod, and now we push. Heal the big boy as we slow march across the way. What I'm going to do is get an upgrade here for bonus range on those. That way, we can have more healers healing per unit. Because otherwise, it would be kind of a problem to get them all close enough to heal everything. Keep the mega heal beam on the big boy. Or, you know, it gets mind control, one of the two.
Firing barrage.
As we keep pushing in. What I'm going to do here is pull down this big tree. This is a giant healing tree. Not only does it heal, but it's a super heal. Not only is it a super heal, but it actually resurrects lost units. Not that we've got a whole lot here going down. So it is just the ultimate healing faction, which is a great time.
Fire rockets. Rockets en route.
There we go. Just keep everything all healed up. Keep pushing through. Teammate has a whole bunch of little light flyers and also healers. These griffins, these flying units are healers. They have a basic attack, they don't really do all that much damage. So we're kind of just focusing on getting all of the damage output here now.
Firing barrage. Firing rockets.
Okay.
We are moving in.
And begin some of these fresh units.
Releasing ordnance.
Here.
Rockets en
Hey,
route.
there's another Reaver, and this will get us a second giant unit as we just keep pushing through. And nothing's able to stop us here as we just keep spiraling. Spiraling with more and more units. Alright, I'm going to wait here for the next wave. Let's go ahead and add a healing pod here and here because, well, the units spawn from these little clusters, so if I can spawn camp it, that would be great. Because why not? There we go, set up a nice fire, man. Look at them! Look at them all. Beautiful. Just executed. They landed directly on top of us, which is where we wanted them to be. Okay, so next group should be coming over here. So let's go set up over here. Oh, another group from over there. Looks like teammates got that one.
They will throw everything at us to stop our withdrawal. Make sure everything dies.
Yes, beautiful. Remove this group, and now there's another group over here. Looks like teammates handling that one. There's two groups over here, so we'll have a teammate and myself come and participate. Don't mind if I do.
Rockets en route. Rockets away.
There we go. Beautiful. They keep mind controlling my big units. I'm gonna drop a tree. Because I can. Because why even let them have a chance when you can just out-heal absolutely everything? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolutely game-breaking way of going about spreading grass. You just kind of spread all the grass and never let anything die. It's beautiful. It's very efficient. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it again. Except this time we are on, well, a mission that makes the Imperial man happy. The objective is simple. Don't die. It is a survive mission. And well, when your health is weaponized, not dying is kind of easy to do. So we're gonna be doing that exactly and show you how it works.
To collapse their tunnel egress points. Its firing sequence requires
Listen to him speak here for a moment.
Reload. Stand fast and protect the cannon as it cycles. Stand defiant or die as
It fires the nuke
The trust is yours.
and breaks the enemies. Our objective is simple. Don't let this commandment of Wrath cannon get exploded. That's it. That's all we have to do. For a whole 4 days worth of 4 whole waves, and there's going to be a lot of unpleasantry heading our direction. So we just have to stop that from happening. Now, because we are basically the unkillable amounts of HP, amounts of healing, I don't think that's going to be a problem, and I want to see exactly what that looks like. So it looks like we have my teammate, I almost said opponent there, requesting a ping. So let's go ahead and get over there to help him because he doesn't have unlimited health. And he's going to need a little bit of help here. Actually, you know, that's kind of a lot of damage. But he's going to need a little bit of help here, yeah. Because I can just heal him and then I don't even have to look at that. I can go back over here, make sure that our gatherers are going, make sure that everything else is going nicely. Yes, we have our expansion coming up. And let's go ahead and get you guys actually. Set you two, thank you.
Tunnel entrance has been located.
Getting a little bit more grass growing.
The commandment of Wrath is ready to fire. Beginning aiming sequence. Firing.
There we go. He's claiming this. Now we need to stop this from happening as another nuke has gone off.
Swift and painless. Keep the cannon
Beautiful.
safe while it reloads.
Now I've already
Success.
infused.
The trust is well placed.
So I am
We have 3 more
embiggened.
targets to ensure the
And next up,
destruction of the
we will
opposition.
be getting
Protect the cannon.
more.
Scanners have detected a secondary target. Investigation advised.
Now, ideally, we do actually get out onto the map. and get some additional goodies. Things like extra resources and such that can help us defend ourselves throughout these waves. However, it is not a requirement for success, and I'm looking forward to just getting units out and being very strong here. Look, our first unit is out. Now these guys, as tanky as they are, they're more brawlers than they are hard tanks. The only reason they're as unkillable as they are is because we have, frankly, game-breaking amounts of healing coming around here. But really their whole gimmick is that they do AoE splash damage. They just cast splash damage in a general direction, and it works. They are melee DPS units as opposed to anything else. So I can just sit here and keep it alive, and it will actually just solo all of this. And we're going to get to see that happen in real time. Like this. Actually, there's some explosive barrels right here. Let me detonate these real quick. There we go, just to make that process go a little bit faster. Because as I mentioned before, as much as this tactic is strong, it's also not very DPS-y. This may come as a surprise that health does not translate to damage output as much as these guys will just straight up clear everything themselves eventually. I'm going to get an upgrade for them that makes them do even more splash damage, or at least splash damage in a wider area, so that's pretty nice. Got another healing station here as they clean up everything. We've got about a minute and a half before the next wave comes in. Going to get a little bit more harvesters here and start going up our tech tree a little bit further. There we go. Much better. Let's push our way this way alongside the teammate. Teammate looks like he's struggling a bit. Let's give him a healing pod, which should be able to heal up his hero a little bit. Yeah, there it goes. Oh, he's walking away from it. That's fine too. I'll get a couple lashers here. Lashers are basic ranged units. Oh, heal the teammate. Look how much. Look at how fast he heals. We don't even have the full upgrades applied yet. Alright. Let's keep this going. We have about 30 seconds before the next wave comes in. And this wave is slamming into us right here, so we need to be careful with this.
Night is coming.
We don't want to be caught out here. But we also want to be able to push up to here. No. This is not a be here type situation right now. This is a be here type situation right now. I'm gonna add a couple more of these into here. And now we just hold the line. Alright, let's go ahead and get a lasher upgrade, give them bonus range. What I really need is these, so I can get the Ravagers on the board. These Ravagers are what's going to actually be directly unkillable by virtue of just how tanky they are naturally. So when boosted, it's insane. But here, I'm content to skirmish a little bit. But we are definitely pulling back up this ramp here. There you go. There you go. Now I'll have my two Mandragoras sit up there, or down here on the ramp. Because they deal splash damage, they're just good. This thing has 25 kills, and counting. I haven't even activated Frenzy on them. Frenzy is an ability that these two have that gives them bonus attack speed. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it. It costs their HP, all it costs is HP, and HP is irrelevant to them because we have infinite HP, because that's how healing works. I'll go ahead and get a couple Reavers in here now.
A second entrance has been located, marked for elimination. Commandment of
Push
Wrath
up.
is ready to fire. Do not relent.
I do think we might get ourselves in trouble here. Oh, sir, you sir are brave putting that pylon there.
Stand fast for 2 more days.
Let's gonna say. It's just one whale just ate the other, which is hilarious. You don't see that every day. Ooh. One thing I don't have a lot of is damage output. So I need to get these big boys up here. No! Okay, you know, I can't... If he just swallows my unit whole, that's one way of removing from the field, I guess. There we go. Okay, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. That's cheating. Just straight up swallowing my unit. It's like he can't kill it, so he's just gonna swallow it, you know? I guess that works. I haven't seen that before, that's hilarious to me. Okay, so now we should have 2 Reavers on the board. Let's go ahead and get a couple more... Let's get 2 Weavers, several more Lashers to go with it. And digging these guys. Okay, so we've destroyed the loot bot, which is excellent.
Their heartbeats will cease.
Okay. 100% this one? Nah, it's fine. We may not be able to, but we gotta go fast if we do. I would like to go over to this right side. Because there's nothing stopping me from just going anywhere I want. Ooh, terror tank. Oh, I like these guys. It's a big tank. Could have seen that one coming.
Their heartbeats will cease. Flesh and metal break.
Okay. Let's break this. I would like to stick to one side over the other. And it looks like it's gonna be left side. There we go. Much better. Let's keep this healed. No, you don't go over there. You stay up here. Okay, fine, come up here.
It will soon be nightfall. Be prepared.
Keep clearing it all out. We need to keep this guy healed. I think these guys are all cleared up over here, at least as far as medium tankiness is concerned. Those 2 can handle it just fine, especially if I give them a healing pod. You, on the other hand, could use a little bit more love. Yes, break them all.
We have a lot of stored energy for infusion.
Okay, Horde is attacking, but where exactly is the question? I'm going to build out a new expansion over here. It looks like they're attacking over here, so we're gonna have to get over here to help this. Yes, here they come. Let's get over here with all of our dudes. So we've got splash damage. Oh, we're struggling to get past these turrets the teammate has put up, and I don't blame them for putting them up. It's just a little bit inconveniently placed.
We have a lot of stored energy.
Fortunately, we've got our units over here. And I'm gonna put a tree over here, just to make sure that if they have thought they had hope, they don't.
We have a lot of stored energy. We abandoned.
Going.
Where shall we from?
And that's looking good.
Born of retribution.
Go back to the healing tree. As everyone comes up now. Look at how much stuff is just here. If we just clear through all of it. They just can't kill anything. We've lost 0 units in this wave here. Like you just can't stop.
We walk the razor's edge to victory. Do not falter.
Alright,
One
I
more
would
day.
like to go back to that left side. And actually
Commandment of
clear
wrath
out
firing.
as the nuke launches
Opposition
again.
forces are massed
Look at it.
for their final
Look at it.
assault. Teach them the meaning of defeat.
You'll love to see it. Okay. Let's catch this resource station. It says research station, but all it does is give us a massive buff. That's not going to be useful. But let's go ahead and keep pushing out here. Yes, beautiful. It is time to run across everything and break it all. The whole map, all of it. One thing I can do is I can actually up tier this Terra tank to make it even bigger. You can, in fact, up tier, or should I say, embiggen your teammates' units. I usually do that, though, for the sake of the video. I've been expending my embiggening capabilities on my own units. One thing that Grail does very well is the grass spreader faction, is making all kinds of support stuff. It's one of probably the best faction for any and all kinds of support play, which I'm a big fan of. Who would have thought the faction that does game-breaking amounts of healing is good at support. There we go. We also get air supremacy, that is to say our air units now deal bonus damage, which is not useful for me, as I just kind of run on through, clearing everything out. Got about little over 90 seconds left before we have to fall back to defend. I can probably defend myself. If we want a full clear, this is going to have to come out to teammate full clearing things, I think, while I hold the line. Let's get a bigger tank. I want to see how big that tank can get. Look how big it is compared to everything else. And yes, it just does more damage. Yes, it does more damage. Yes, it does more everything. I'm actually going to drain the life of that boss creature because it takes percent damage, which is quite good when you're dealing with boss type creatures. Rather, should I say, it gives it a damage vulnerability that is percentile based. Big creepy eldritch monsters. Getting rid of all of them. Did he just lose a tank? I think he just lost a tank. Oh well. I can heal those too. Okay. So we've gotten everything that matters for the most part. They will be flooding out of here, and I will be holding the line probably. I guess the ideal place to hold the line is probably right here. But looks like we're going to be holding up here instead, and that is a-okay. So I can throw down a few of these healing pods, and I'll throw down a tree right here. It will keep everything alive, including teammates' units, which I like that idea. Because we have so many healers, so many everything around here. Nothing is going to die, and it's going to be beautiful. Like, I know we had one unit get swallowed earlier that we did manage to save, but there have been a few other instances of things like that that have simply gone miss. So I'm curious to see how many units we've lost in total at the end of this, as I am begin these tank again, because I can. Oh, you know what else you can do? It's a fun one. Let me throw down this guy. This guy is the Destroyer. It's one of these Reavers, but even bigger, and also spawns Banelings, or should I say, Boomers, when it expires. So it's quite intense, and I too can heal it to keep it alive. It's got so much armor, so much HP. For reference, these Reavers have 2,643 max HP, and I heal them like percent base at stupid amounts. This Destroyer has 7,279, which is just kind of a lot. Like, it really is just kind of a lot. However, it is also a super unit that expires over time. So it will naturally decay, so you can't keep it forever. Unless you know, overheal it using every healing capability. But then you don't get all this massive explosion of Banelings, and the explosions of Boomers is very pretty, and I think that it's always worth letting it go out in a blaze of explosion power. And that's just beautiful as we sit here, spawn camping all the enemies coming out of this cave over and again. Because we can. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you break the game with unlimited heals here in Zerospace. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys out in the Galactic War. It has been a good time. I want to say thank you to one and all. And thank you to Kofi here who's joined us, random internet denizen here in the video. And I will see you guys next time.